this time. Okay,
He
the snake
doesn't
guy is
look
my
good there.
favorite. The snake guy, I'm
You want
forgetting
to
his
be
name.
also, and what was the pig guy's name?
Mm, he was the pig guy, but I don't know.
It's so hilarious. Welcome to Roy and Ray podcast show. We are your host, and this is the part two of anime is lit, as said by um, the
Mhm.
other in front
Okay,
of me, or might say the other host
side by
sitting
side.
virtually in front of me. So, well, my idea of the title was anime. Let's talk about anime. Yeah, not
We
anime
can.
is lit. Well, to him it is lit. It is light. My voice might sound a little bit off because I am doing this podcast with sore throat, but with the energy of loving anime.
Mm. So we shall begin. So
Yes, we
I'll go
must.
first.
Sure.
Okay, so we'll start. In the last podcast, we have discussed how anime is different from cartoon and all this stuff. You can watch that. Today we are going to talk about the history of anime from 90s. Then we will come to our 2000s. Okay.
Yeah.
So actually the anime that we think is just started in like a few years back, it was actually already there in Japanese culture. They used to have like scriptures and wooden templates where they would make certain characters and they would animate them. In not like in the virtual way, but physically you can go and see that. And after that there was World War. So in World War II, they actually started to get into the anime when there is the time where they started to make actual animes related to the environment, not actually on the World War, but post World War II. And one of the famous examples that actually aired at that time was the Astro Boy. Okay, I am not saying it in Japanese because I might pronounce it in a wrong way. So it's Astro Boy, which
Okay,
is a
okay.
real hit. Okay, so it is a hit. It was a hit in Japan. After that, that's the show which actually helped them to get into the Western market. Because as we know, the history between USA and Japan wasn't that great after Hiroshima. So yeah. So after that, this Astro Boy, the anime, actually connected to them. Like this was the thing which was different from your Disney animations. Right? There was a boy who is all robotic and futuristic. So this is a quick history, and after that, the
People
1970s.
say that there might be possibility that just the way pyramids were created by aliens, anime might have been created by aliens too. There's a possibility. People say. I
Conspiracy
guess
theories could
time
be done.
travelers only. Sorry?
I said like these are good conspiracy theories. I want one of them to be true. To animations, 1970s, like this was the time when anime, when we actually started to get those mecha animes, like Mobile Suit Gundam. Yeah, I think that's the
Mm.
correct way to pronounce it. So yeah, like from that time we actually got all these mecha animes. And mecha animes, just to simplify, it's like Transformers.
I think if we, when we say about the evolution of anime, I see certain people in their middle 20s and in their middle 30s still obsessed with 90s anime. Like they were
Yeah.
like classics. I'm not even talking about Naruto or One Piece
No, no,
or any
Naruto's
of
are.
these. I'm talking about the classic ones. Like I forgot the name of that anime. There's the girl with blonde hair with cats. I forgot the name of the anime, but
uh,
it's like very famous. And then Dragon Ball Z, it's like classic.
yeah, Dragon
And
Ball. So the as you said, Dragon Ball Z, like that was the anime which was like shown all over the world, and people still like it. The first one was just Dragon Ball. After that, Dragon Ball Z. Now there is Dragon Ball
one
Z
thing that
Super.
you will find certain people who are not really happy with the evolution of animation. They are like, these colors and these
Mhm.
graphics are like
Yeah,
way too. revealing to my eyes, and I
Yeah.
am just in love with classics. You know those, like the stereotype people who won't
Hmm.
accept the 2000 or late 2000 music,
Yes.
the
Yes.
the old people who are like हमारे जमाने के गाने तो
Yeah.
अलग ही थे, kind of like
Yes. Just like that.
they're so obsessed
And also
with
like
their music and culture that they cannot accept the new era. So sometimes it's very necessary to accept, like in our
accept and
commerce
change.
classes, in our entrepreneurship class, our professor always used to say that if you don't go with the market flow or the
Changes.
evolution changes, new demand, then you're never going to succeed in the market. Like that they used to say, in case you're producing, of course. So for
Yes.
animation, people have to think about the new era and the new generation and make
Mm.
anime according to their senses, because people nowadays they like aesthetic stuff, and then like I see certain teenage people who are stuck between Gilby Studios and watching sci-fi animes like um, what was one of them? Sword Art Online.
Yes. Sword Art Online. Haven't watched it. I have watched
Those
Psychopass.
that
It's
kind of
good.
animation is really in the hype, you know.
Mm.
It's like a total graphical anime, you know. You get it,
Mm.
right?
Yeah, I understand. Like high graphic, high end production.
And if you watch Great Pretenders also, it is kind of a blend between classic and graphic. I mean, you're going
Yeah.
to like it. Really
It's
going
like
to.
the
Uh,
stories.
and Demon Slayer, like if you read Demon Slayer, you're like, oh wow, such a classic. And the moment
Yeah.
you watch it, you're going to be like, that's really, that's the animation is like,
Yeah. Animation
it's
is
like, it's
very good.
not, it's above the par.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like
The Demon
exceeding
Slayer
the
is really
limit of
good.
the manga.
Mm. Like
For
sometimes
people who have
mangas
read
are
the
good.
manga, yes,
I said like sometimes mangas are better, and sometimes enemies just bring out the colors in such a way. There's like yeah, like this one deserved this. You know, it's like yeah, there is nothing better that could have been with
I
this.
guess for people, yes, I guess for people who really like to read and slide through the black and white pages of simplicity and authenticity, they really like mangas. And people who love to watch visuals and graphics, they go with the new era of animation. I'm gonna say that because
Hmm.
manga is something very classic, and then your animation, when you watch like nowadays animation, for example, Spy X Family, Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen, the new ones with the new season, they are like mm, the graphic, the visual, the art, everything is
It's
like
better than
the
reality.
evolution is huge. Yes, the evolution is just huge. It's like so smooth, the blend of colors and everything, so smooth. I mean, like how fast, not just the country itself, Japan, and also their animation have like really developed. Everything about them has developed really fast, I must say.
Yeah, that's true. And if we talk about classics, like there is one that we actually have watched that one, My Neighbor Totoro. Your suggestion? Really good.
Yes,
It is a classic.
really good. I mean, uh, in my delusional era of running away, I always used to sulk into watching My Neighbor Totoro and Gilby Studios movies. I used to uh, plot myself as the main characters, thinking that I am I am just living my life to the fullest, and just the way I have always wanted it. But then when reality strikes, you just find yourself in a boring phase of life, which is eventually adventurous to someone, but not to you.
Okay, so let's come back to 2000s. Let's talk about Naruto.
Okay. Da, 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 da,
Okay,
da.
coming to Naruto, who is your favorite?
My favorite character,
Yeah.
I would say Hinata, because um, when people give edits of such loyal girl, I guess Hinata goes on the first list because
Yeah.
she had like throughout the anime she has been like very loyal, and the idea of a woman just being a one man woman is like has always been my cup of tea. So uh, Hinata has always been my cup of tea. I really like when I started watching the anime. I was very obsessed with Sakura's pink blossom hair. But, but then, as soon as she started to speak, I always hated her. I don't know why. I mean, Naruto always presented himself, whether be it for standing up to Sasuke, bringing back Sasuke for her, or just like he was always there for her. And I would
Mm.
say she was also there for him, but not in the way he was there for her. So I'm so glad that Naruto chose Hinata and they married each other. And I'm happy that Hinata got her happy ending, and this is really an action anime. I seriously don't know why I'm bringing so much love into the topic, but since you asked me like who is my favorite character, I guess I really used to like Guy when the anime started, but then I
Mm.
ended up falling for Hinata. I mean, the way her character is designed, like starting from her features to
Mm.
her, the way she talks and everything blends so well, with her features. Her character blends so well. I mean, she's like pure innocence, which you cannot find these days. If you ask me for guys, I would say, yeah, I would say Guy. Guy is Guy.
Guy. Yeah, Guy is good
Yeah,
actually. I really liked
yeah,
the
because
last part of it when he
I
fought
really like
Madara. That was the
his
best scene ever.
execution. Sorry, and Nenji
I
is
said,
also good. Nenji is also good.
Nisi.
Uh,
Okay.
like the way he fooled us, they say that sticks and stones may break my bone, but sticks and stones do break my bone. that
Stick and
is
stones
that
break my
was
bones, but words can never hurt me.
Yes, but Nenji was something else. He's like the Severus of Harry Potter, like Severus of uh this Naruto. Why am I
Naruto.
going to Harry Potter? Like he fooled us. He fooled us. We never knew that how soft as a fur ball he was inside.
Uh,
Okay, well, if you talk about the Severus of
Naruto.
your Severus Naruto Shippuden, you should say that it is not actually Nenji. It is actually Hitachi, Sasuke's brother. He really fooled
Itachi.
us.
Okay. Yeah,
He
like
really fooled
Itachi
us.
was really
Have
good.
you like really watched it fully? Because I might end up giving you spoiler.
I have completed Naruto Shippuden.
Okay. So he
Yeah.
really fooled us. For people out there who have watched it and are watching it, Itachi really fooled us. Please don't ask me why, but I'm just gonna give you one spoiler. You have your mother's eye. That's all. That's from Harry Potter. That's not from Naruto Shippuden. Chill. But people who can crack that code, they're going to know. So in case people out here they have watched Harry Potter and they are watching Naruto, oops.
A lot of oops moments. Okay. So for me, I would say my favorite character would be Jiraiya. Yeah. I don't know why, but I really like him. It's like
Can you
he's
answer
very
that?
simple. Yeah. It's like he's
Oh, I
not
almost
there so
forgot.
much.
I even like Lady Tsunade. I even like Lady Tsunade.
Yeah,
Please
Tsunade is
continue
also
with
good.
Jirai.
Okay. Like for Jiraiya, the character development of Jiraiya is like really good. I don't know why, but it just catches. It's like the moment Jiraiya
Not just the
comes in the
character
scene.
development, but also the development of Naruto was one of the reason.
mm,
Like he was one of the reason.
yeah, like but the moment when Jiraiya enters the frame, you instantly connect with the person. It's like almost like you can feel him, and every time whatever he's teaching,
I think
going through
Naruto
stuff, it's
did
like
receive the love of mother
mm,
from Jiraiya.
yeah, it's like so
Except he
for
stole all
me, it's
his pocket
Jiraiya.
money. The
Come
frog.
on, that's a part of training. That's the cost of training. Okay, so my next would be okay. My villain in villain character, I would say I like this time. Okay,
It
the snake
doesn't
guy
look
is my
good, right?
favorite. The snake guy. I'm
You need
forgetting
to
his
rewatch
name.
it. You need to
Nah,
rewatch it.
it's like I have it, but it's like in my mouth, but I am not able to say it out loud. Like that. It's like I know the name, but
I'm
it's
not
not
going to
coming
say
out
the
right.
name. This is so funny. I'm not going to say the name. This is
Ah,
so funny, Snake Guy. Snake Guy.
God,
This
let
happens with
the
me when people ask me the name of villains for Demon Slayer. It's like so many, right? I just
yeah.
say upper moon, lower moon. I just say that because it's so difficult for me to remember their name. But and their names are like so classic. Their names are like
Yeah,
so
like
big and
hard to even pronounce.
yeah.
Okay,
I only remember Kamado Tanjiro. That's all.
I
And
only remember
Nezuko,
Tanjiro.
Nezuko
Okay,
and Zenitsu and what was the big guy's name?
mm, he was the big guy, but I don't know.
It's so hilarious.
It's,
People are going to think that we are talking about anime, but we don't know nothing.
okay. It's just that we have watched a lot of anime. It's hard to remember all the names. Like it's there, but oh, Inosuke. I got it. Inosuke was the guy's name, the big guy.
So because
Yeah.
you need to
Okay.
remember the snake guy's name.
Um, okay. Let me think. What was his name?
Okay, let's
Uh,
wind up to movies. Let's talk about Gilby Studios. Okay, what are the Gilby
okay.
Studios movies you have watched?
I don't know the studios, but I know the movies. Okay. I don't know which it belongs.
I would say that one of the dark movies that I have watched and the dark series I have watched is dark movie first. You have watched
Hmm.
it too. Is Blue, right?
Yeah, blue. Yeah, blue is good. Hmm.
It was only blue or
Yeah,
the color blue.
it was blue. The blue. I think
Yeah,
it was just
blue.
blue.
You should
Yeah.
watch it. It's very dark and like you need a lot of thinking to it when you
Yeah.
watch it. It's like you're just not going to get it in the first glance, but then as you keep on watching it, or you might have to rewatch it, you're gonna get
Hmm.
it.
The
I'm
ending is the
very,
best.
I'm very like doubtful about the name. I don't think it was just blue. Could you like just search it
Okay,
or something?
give me a moment. I think it was blue, but let's see. I might be. It was blue or deep blue. Yeah. No, okay. It was perfect blue. Yeah. Perfect blue. That's
See,
the correct name.
you should watch it. Perfect Blue. When did it
Mm,
release?
mm.
Somewhere in between
1997.
1997. So a classic one. So you should watch it. It's very dark and it is
Mm,
somehow gore. You must watch it. And when speaking about gore, the series you must watch
mm.
is Tommy. Okay,
Yumi?
the macabre, the tales of Junjito. You
Oh,
should watch it.
I
So
haven't
Tomy
watched
is
it
one
yet.
of my favorite from Junjito. I really want to have a collection of Junjito Studios, Gilby Studios movies. I would say, what did I start with? I started with watching, what was my first Gilby Studio movie? Let me think, let me remember. It was Your Name. The first movie I watched, animated movie I watched was Your Name, and it is not Gilby Studios. It is not Gilby Studios. The Gilby Studios movies that I have watched, 5 centimeters away. Yes, I have watched that. Yes, I just remember. I watched Spirited Away. That was my first Gilby Studios movie, and also another one. The name is very similar. It is that is Spirited Away, and that one was the cat movie. What was the name of it? That is also away, but like
Whiskers away.
the,
Whiskers
yeah,
away.
Whiskers Away.
Yeah.
Spirited Away, Whiskers Away. I was
Whiskers
like,
away.
so like let's watch it. And then I watched Howl's Moving Castle. Really
Mm.
good. Like the music, okay. Ta-da-da-da, 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 ta-da-da-da. Okay. I'm not going to insult it. Sore throat, sore throat. Never mind. Later on. I'm with my guitar, which I
Hmm.
probably don't know how to play. I
It
have
was
many in my list, but speaking about movies, I guess these are my favorite ones. And Violet Evergarden has like two movies, and you should watch one of them, which is not like which was the not the recent one. It came out like right. It came out like after a year. Okay, the recent one was like there's a movie about a wedding, and there's a movie about she visiting her the cast.
the
Okay, I'm
major.
not gonna give any
Yeah.
spoiler. She visiting one of the main cast, so you should watch both of the movies. Really good. But I guess if you have to choose between two movies, I would choose the 2016 one. Is it? Might be wrong. I don't know. I
The
really
one
don't
where
know. But
she goes to meet.
just don't. I'm gonna say not the wedding one. Okay, it's not like I have to choose between two, not the wedding one. Yeah. So
Okay.
stupid. Okay, let's make it simple. Watch the Violet Evergarden movie. Yep, simple.
Okay. So coming to me. So my first movie was Your Name, anime movie. That was the first that I watched. After that, I think it was okay. After that, it was this Garden of Words.
That was my recommendation, right?
Yeah, Garden of Words was your recommendation that you didn't even watch. You didn't even watch that. Have you watched
I
it?
did watch it.
Your Name. After that, it was Garden of Words. Then it was 5 centimeters away. Was that? Yeah.
One of your
And after,
favorite, right? Garden of Words. It's like you have just filled your life with Garden of Words stickers
no, my
in your
favorite
life.
is actually Your Name.
Okay.
Yeah.
So why have you
The one.
filled people's life with Garden of Words stickers? Anyways,
Deception, man.
coming back to movies.
Okay, so these are some good movies, and also my favorite. I Want to Eat Your
Oh,
Pancreas.
there
Really
was
good.
one. Yeah, I watched it. It's really good.
And Gore anime, I would say. Not many people know about it. It's kind of underrated, but I think it's on Netflix. It's called When They Cry. It's like they have also reanimated it. Like When They Cry, it's like your mind gets absorbed, but it's really good. Like I have watched twice. I have watched it twice, and to understand, just to understand, because the story keeps on repeating itself. It's like it's the same thing, just the characters are switching their characters. It's like that. It's so confusing, but when you finally get it, it's like, so this is what's actually happening. So that's really good. You should watch it. A lot of blood and sweat. Yeah, there is a lot of blood and
So,
there is sweat. The person who is cutting, he's sweating. Yeah. So
what message would you give to your future self or to the future era of animation? Like any message or any advice?
I'd say always keep watching anime. Yeah. That's the one thing. Like
And
I
to the
decided
future era of animation, like would you like to add anything new to animation or something? Like with
anything
your
new.
thoughts as a viewer, as an audience?
I would say to add more blood, more blood, and more of heartbreaks. I would say that people need to get their heartbreak broken.
My future self watch little less anime, read more. Mm, anime is very adventurous, very nice. I could just go out there and read some blogs about anime or like just watch new episodes of the anime that I really love. For example, like Bleach and all. I keep on rewatching the anime I loved, so I'm like not watching any new anime at the moment. And to animation, I would say. mm like they can add a pinch of classic and old um, like old animation vibe to it. I just don't know, I'm like so much
Mm.
uh, hung up on like on classics like One Piece and your Gilby Studios and your Naruto. also your Dragon Ball Z, and we are going to end this podcast about anime with our part two. Hope you really enjoy listening to our journey of anime and our nonsensical and stupidity talks, which somehow bring us all together with the hymn of goodness. And uh, we are all fans, right? Be it a big fan or a small fan, we come together through via social media. And in case you haven't subscribed our channel, please do. And please forgive my sore throat for not being cute enough. And
Yeah.